So let's turn to the subject about PRing yourself. People ask me, Joe, where does it start on being a great salesperson? You know where it starts? With a business card. You can stop 9 out of 10 salespeople, and I'll guarantee you they don't have a card on them. The biggest kept secret in the world is a salesperson. I just want to talk briefly about a business card. Let me tell you one of the things that I do. If I touch you, if I shake hands with anybody, immediately I'll give you a business card. I'll give you an option. You can either keep the card or you can throw it away. But at least I can walk away from you saying, he knows what I'm doing. He knows what I'm selling. Who knows? He might need what I'm selling. And I've asked salespeople, how come you don't give cards out? Oh, Joe, I don't know. It embarrasses me. It makes me feel like I'm a show-off. It makes me feel dumb. And people will talk about me. That is what you want them to do, is to talk about you, okay? All right. Think about it right now. How many of you don't have cards? How many of you left the house every day without cards? Listen to me. You touch somebody, you give them a card. Fill your pockets up. Fill your guns up, just like a cowboy, putting his guns in, huh? Let me tell you 7 ways to use a business card. 1, when you go into a restaurant, you leave a little bit bigger tip, you put 2 cards there. You never know if they can use your product, huh? When you go to a telephone booth, just simply bend your card a little bit and it'll stick where the directions are. People come to make a phone call, they have nothing to do while they're waiting for the party to come on, and they look at your card, okay? When I went to Detroit Tiger baseball games, I had the best seat. Anyone who would hit a home run, I would throw thousands of cards out there. And everybody'd be yelling and looking up, that's Joe Girard up there. And you know what happened? They wrote more stories about me. World's #1 salesman throws cards at baseball games and football games. New Year's Eve, what I used to do, I used to put cards on tables. And everybody, always looking for something to throw, and they would throw my cards all over the place. On my mailing, on Christmas time, I would put 2 business cards in there. And I remember my older brother saying to me once, are you crazy, putting 2 business cards in a Christmas card? He says, Joe, people will talk about you. I said, that's why I put them in there. I used to go through 16,000 business cards a month. I remember one time the boss called me up. He says, Joe, what are you, eating them? Oh, you believe that? I'm making him millions of dollars, and he's worrying about 3 cents worth of cards. One other thing. Don't ever use initials on your business card, like J.P. Jones. You want to come across on a first-name basis with people. Put your first name on there. I seen a card one time, and the guy had initials on his card. You know what it said? P.U. Jones. You believe that? I seen another one called B.S. Willard. You got a first name, put it on your card. All right, you're a salesman, right? Who are you selling to? You're selling to prospects, right? Is everyone who comes into your office a prospect, or everybody that you go to visit a prospect? No. They're buyers. They're buyers. You must believe that they're buyers. Thinking anything less than that, as far as I'm concerned, is a mortal sin. Everybody is a buyer. Let me tell you about one of the greatest salesmen in the world. One of the greatest heavyweight champions in all the world. I won't even tell you his name. I can tell you one thing. He made $80 million in the 60s when money was money. Remember this guy? He used to say, I'm going to float like a butterfly and I'm going to sting like a bee. I'm going to knock him down in 2 and he's going to smell my shoe. Sure, you know who he is. Muhammad Ali. 2 weeks before the fight, he would be selling himself, believing that he was going to win. Telling the media that I'm going to win. I remember this one fight when he fought Sonny Liston. The press came out and said Muhammad Ali picks the 2nd round. Sonny Liston made a mistake. He read the newspapers, and you know what he said to himself? He said, this guy's going to kill me. You know what he did? The biggest sin of a salesman is pre-qualifying. Believe that you're not going to sell. You're not going to sell. You must believe. You must put that 5-letter word into your life like Muhammad Ali has. That 5-letter word called faith, and in believing. You got to have faith. You got to believe. Then unless you believe you can do it, you ain't going to do it. Don't pre-qualify. Quit saying, I don't think she's a buyer. I don't think he's a buyer. I don't believe he's going to give me an order. Who are you to say that this person is not going to give you an order? The person who parked his car, that gave you the time of day, or the guy who gave you an appointment where you walked into his office and you say he is not a buyer. How many times have you done that? And when you think of things like that, it shows on your face. You're telling the people, don't buy from me because I don't believe you're a buyer. Huh? I want to ask you a question. What does a buyer look like? You want to know something? Everybody is a buyer. If somebody gave you the time of day to come to see you, it's up to you to make a sale. I got one thing that's very dear to me, and it is very dear to you too. It's called time. I don't give time away, and either should you. When I give somebody my time, I expect to be paid for it. I strongly believe when somebody is walking into my office, I'm screaming inside of my body, let the sheep come to the shepherd. Come on in. Come on in. I'm going to sell you. I'm going to sell you like Muhammad Ali. I'm going to knock him down in two and he's going to smell my shoe. Eh? Believing. Huh? They're going to walk in and they're going to ride out. And they usually do because they see the attitude. Because they see I want the sale. And from that, they buy from me. About 3 weeks ago, I was in San Diego playing golf with 3 other guys. And me, I like to watch people because I borrow something from everybody. I'm watching this guy about the putt. I'm listening to him. Listen what he says. He says, it's a bad roll. It's a bad roll. He said, the wind's blowing like crazy. And he's selling himself to lose. Huh? He's telling the ball, don't go in the hole. So he hits the ball, and the ball goes the other way. Huh? How I golf is I look at the ball, and I look at the hole. And then I look at the ball and look at the hole. And I say, ball, see the hole? When I tap you on the side of the head, I expect you to go in that hole. And as I say that, the hole gets bigger and bigger and bigger. It looks like the Grand Canyon. What do you think Arnold Palmer does when he gets on the green, huh? This guy is screaming inside of his body, I'm going to make it, I'm going to make it. Eh? The power of positive thinking is one of the greatest vitamins that you can put into your body. So starting today, everything that you're involved in, say, I can do it. I will do it. I must do it. They laugh at me when I'm on a golf course and they hear me talking to the ball. They said, Joe, do you really believe that the ball could hear you? And I says, you never know.